Hi, welcome to my tube. My name is Margie. I'm a Heoka empath. I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. I'm trying to do this from my heart because there's tuck. No bud. Ah. Come on, bud. Go lay down on the side chair. Go walk around about. Go walk around about. Good dog. Good dog under the ladder. We all wonky around here. Whew, I got to meditate like 2 hours today. It was glorious. Well, an hour, and then I had to get up and do a little task, and then I got to go back down for another hour. And so when you when I reach a level of blissness like that, and then I come out to some bullshit, which is living in a city. I can't live in a city anymore. I'm too triggered. And it's only 167,000 people. But it's like the neighbors over here when they swim. Mm. And it's not that I don't like other people's joy. I love other people's joy, but it's just some people are trite and I can't handle I don't want to hear their lives. I don't want to know. And I want to have my life peaceful and quiet. And then homeboy, the gardener came over. He came over and he mowed and there's nothing to mow. Everything's dead. It's dry. There's heat warnings, excessive heat warnings, Oregon. You know, everything's about to just go up from human combustion. And so everything's dry. And so dude runs at his mower, waste gas. He didn't need to do that. Then he freaking I had my cat out here and he took the I'm like, dude. I yelled at him, "Andale, vamonos!" Because he was just kicking dirt around. There was no leaves. There's like 2 leaves. Dude, bend over, pick up the leaves. You're done. Call it a day. Go home, have a cerveza. You'll be alright. I'm just like, people are just doing stuff just because they're like robots and they're just conditioned to do things. But look at all the other shit you could do if you just did the work that needed to be done. So, I'm highly triggerable because I just can't handle. And then a lot of people are cooking. What is it? A holiday? Holidays are stupid. People are still living on a holiday. Are they still gonna do? Are they still Are they gonna do Christmas this year, or does everyone know Santa's not real? And there's the dark side of the Catholic Church, and all that stuff. You know, maybe the winter solstice, celebrate that. The warm feelings that come around the 20th of looking back at your year, and have you been gracious and have you been kind to others, or have you just been another freaking opportunistic, you know, just doing my job, not helping people. I freaking ran up to the flower shop today. I came, I on the way back. It's like 4 blocks. I could have walked, but I was in a hurry. I just want to be there and back. Faster I go, faster I get home. That's the way I feel about things. Being out there today. Look, listen to all the noise. Somebody's got like weed edgers and, make sure your lives look perfect. Make sure everything's perfect and freaking the whole world isn't falling down. Are you seeing all the arrests? Holy shit. Holy shit. Ever since and R. Kelly got his ass whooped. That took too long. What? And when's Maynard's turn? But all the arrests, I don't like track queue, like have alerts or any. I don't have alerts for anything. I just I wonder what's going on there, and I'll go to like Methodical Me or something, and just get the abridged version. And but just like all this people, all the stuff. 2020, the year of clear vision. Everybody's seen for who they are. Are they really a good person, or are they just an act? Is it all just an act? I've been kind of tracking Save Britney a little bit. Man, somebody should have saved her a long time ago. She's been under domination and control for a very long time. Can you imagine being 38 years old and like not, I mean, she is still in the heart space of a child because she was never allowed to be an adult. Just like all those programmed Disney kids. Look at them. Look at the road that they all took. The way the ego. Now we're stepping into the way of the spirit, and people are being seen for who they're, and they're what they are is, but they're being seen for doing all the shit that they actually had to do to get what they got. And they done a lot of nasty. There's a lot of people that done a lot of nasty, things that I know people do, but I don't. There's no amount of money, property, prestige, or no dame on this earth that is worth hurting another human being. Oh, I was talking about on the way back from the flower shop. When I was in high school, they had like mini trucks. I went to high school in 1987 to 88, 88, 89, 89, 90, or no, I graduated in 91, so 89 to 91, or 92, from Central Valley High School in Redding, Central Valley, California. Now, it's been lost in obscurity because they changed the city name to the City of Shasta Lake years ago, and so this is gonna annoy me too. Oh, good, more weed whackers. Should we put the people in the? No, we don't want to put the pool people. Trust me, I come out my door and my eye sign is directly in line with their deck, and I'm just like, I just don't want to see that because every year they get bigger and bigger. So I'm coming back from the flower. Oh, so mini trucks was all the rage, and tinting windows and shit like that. See, we all have this stuff, this desire of like, of things that we like to do, what we're into, and some people step into roles, the skater, the stoner, the freaking preppy, and now, and then it's, as time goes on, it's the plastics. Yeah, it just, the people have, wherever you're from demographically, there's all these different terms for the same vibration that exists all over the planet. And so there's this great difference of frequency. You got the high vibers and the no vibers. And it's a great spiritual awakening that people are coming into the fact that they even have a spirit. I'm getting off my flower story. So I was coming back and I got behind a Poe. 135. Anyway, I got behind a Poe, and it was one of those K9 Poes, and I'm like, man, that unit has got to cost at least somewhere MSRP around 67 with all of the technology wired in it and all the extra stuff for his DOG and stuff like that, all that stuff. And I'm thinking, and there's those windows, you can't see in them at all. And I remember thinking of like how much things have changed, like laws that they're making okay, like what they're doing in California. No, do not tie that pedo stuff to homosexuality. See, they're trying to group things like they do, like they don't have just one law or one proposed bill that they put on a piece of paper and people vote for that. No, they piggyback all kinds of shit onto that. So don't be piggybacking your pervy agendas, you nasty Jesuits. Because the world's onto you, I think that the mayor in Portland had to move, but that's okay because the movers will come and they'll load the trucks and they'll take them to another location, all on the people's expense. Regular people, we gotta move. We gotta freaking figure out how we're gonna go, how we're gonna get there. Can we bring our whole entire? We're bringing our whole entire family. We're bringing hell or high water. Hell or high water, and the water's getting higher. Pressure's on around the world. I was listening to Rick Levine's astrology before I started this talk, and that's the thing is I'm Heyoka, so a lot of this like how the mainstream is gonna feel, I kind of get the opposite of that. So it's kind of a reprieve for me, all this heat stuff, and I've also done a lot of work to battle my demons, to keep myself calm. And mom, I have mom's voice in my head forever. It's better to stay out of a problem than it is to get out of a problem, because she always gave me enough rope to hang myself when I was a kid. I always had, well, I took the freedom to explore and live into my full truest spirit. And I never, people tried to subdue me. They've tried to take out my life. I mean, I've had the most random freaking acts of freaking assness. Just right before, one of the times I had to go down to Sacramento for MEPS, we went to a pool hall. There's a guy, like, this pool hall, now, there's space in between pool and a pool hall, This guy was over there by the bar. We're over here in the corner, dark end, having a couple beers. It was cold out, you know. I wasn't even like drinking. I was just like hanging out, it was one of those that it was like you did too much the night before or something, so you're taking it easy kind of thing. And dude from across the way is like, you. I'm doing one of these, Breeze kicked up. I don't like you. And I was just like, alright, that's cool. You know? I mean, that shit happens to me everywhere I go all the time because no vibers don't like me. So when people don't like me, I'm just like, oh, what kind of no vibe are you? Are we going to get to the bottom? Are we going to twirl? Are we going to figure out what kind of no vibe you are? Because people that don't like me, you got no vibe. No vibe. None. And that's cognitive that's what you call psychopaths and sociopaths, because empaths, we read people. We know who people are. People don't want to be known. That's why dude, the great American cover-up, look at the whole Democratic Party is about to crumble, man. Because the information is already out. It's been out since Q started. It's been out for 3 years. But people have just been like, I thought everybody knew about Q. I thought the wave of that knowing already happened, and I'm late to that because I'm at home all the time, and I'm always looking at trends and stuff like that. But I know where to look. I'm an IT pro, and I look at more obscure places and stuff like that. So it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot this weekend. There's heat waves all over because people have fury inside. People have fury inside because they keep doing the same stuff. They keep doing the same stuff. Going to work, their 9 to 5, act like everything's okay. And things are not okay. And the things that people have been doing in that 9 to 5 have not been okay. And now there's going to be hell to pay. And it's only going to be based on the measure of hell that you brought into other people's lives. Yeah. So there's going to be heaven to pay too. Yeah, lots of heavenly stuff, man. Lots of good karma coming back around. Lots of good stuff. Beautiful, beautiful things. I am gifted every day. Every day I wake up and I try and think, and when I think about all the noise, where does that come from? That comes from ego. That comes from me having some sort of outwardly desire that I feel that I need to control something. That there's got to be a certain kind of way. And I know that ambient back end air, noise just verifies, messages and things I say. But I get distracted too. So, oof, floaty wizard wits. So we're just going to stay and keep the air moving because it's going to be hot. We have everything we need. I might venture out and get Mom some more light ice cream that keeps her vibe high. Just wait to find out where we're going next. Wait to get our next freaking assignment, the next parallel, because I think we're pretty much done at the 45th parallel. What else has happened in the news? Was I going to talk about anything else? Besides all the freaking arrests, man. It's so beautiful. I didn't know I would see all this in my life. I honestly didn't. I mean, and people, see, I'm 46. I'll be 47 in April. So I'm old enough to be cognizant and aware of every military conflict since Operation Desert Storm. I remember when that happened. And then so all these crucial, and then to see that they're all just made up, and the people that are doing, we're all just freaking pervy coke heads and that just went to the same schools and partied in the same sororities, and they've been taking advantage of a system that was based on freedom and justice, and made it something pervy and insidious and disingenuous and really freaking gross because it got too bad. Society shouldn't be. And that's cool that old DT is the man that hung out with these people all through those years. He partied with them. Yeah, I'm sure, I know who and what he is, and I also know who and what he is. So, in my and the light outshadows the shadow in him, and so he's been gathering receipts for his whole life, 70 years. It's in his bloodline. I got stuff in my bloodline. It's kind of interesting. I've been like thinking about this Hessig thing because that's Hessig, derives from Hessig, and the whole Hessig bloodline, and then the nasty stuff in Hessig. Because I was Air Force. I never made it to Germany. My print never imprinted, put my stamp there, but my brother did, and my cousin did. He was stationed at Ramstein. Now he's just one of those freaking guys that let himself go, that got to suck off the dick of society and get to drive around those big fancy cars, with really little effort, because he went and guarded a missile in a foreign country, got paid all this money to do that, married a lady from there, had a couple kids from there, and then came back, old mudhole, old Tascadero, old dude, small town boy. That dude was a dick. I remember he freaking punched my brother in the stomach, and he was a lot bigger. And people show you who they are when they are younger. They just live more into the vibe of that, and they put themselves in positions to be dicks. Not to say that they're all are, because I'm sure that there's good in every paradigm too. I mean, it's a balanced thing. It's all vibes. There's good and bad situations, and there's bad shit and good situations. It just depends on how you're looking at the situation. Sometimes you can look at the same situation and see all the good shit and all the bad shit. That can get tiresome. Then you have to meditate for 2 hours a day. Intermittently. So, oh look, I'm live. So I've been staying off the medias. I get triggered on the face, but I'm just like, I can't believe the stuff that people, but I'm seeing more, but I just usually though and follow those. My buddy Saul, he's really freaking wild. He's like the meme master. He is full spectrum. I've known this guy since I probably met him when I was 18, 19. I was young when I met him. We just always like freaking hung out with Alice, freaking smoked weed. We just always had like some quiet good times. I just heard "Good Times" by Natasha Butterfield in my ear. So the magazine and fantasy and science fiction, like these kind of he's just very full spectrum. He keeps helping me. Some stuff I'm like, what? Oh, I must have set that trip out, man. But, Keejin, she be cracking me up. She make my goofy face smile. Some people just light me up, light my face up. But she talking about how her husband shaved his mustache. God bless him, I think it would be fun. I think it would be so fun to be able to have facial hair. I know, because I've been a man in my previous incarnation. I know it is, but it would be cool to make yourself look that different. I would do all the swirly shit and all. I would go crazy with that stuff. I just like to try on different stuff. I don't wear a lot of stuff full time. I got my core values, and people are coming into their core values of who and what they actually are. And it's really kind of beautiful. I'm getting a lot of memory smells. When I lived in Omaha, I would go online and look at like grass-fed local farms where, or little markets where they sold grass-fed local food, because I knew that Omaha steaks came from California. Yeah. I know truck drivers. It's weird. It's all crap. It's all smoke. It's all mirrors. The only thing that is real is an exchange that you have with another spirit, and how whew, it'll make you feel good, or god damn, that suck, man. Just being around them is a suck and a drain in life, you know, or it that feels good to be around them, but it feels so good that sometimes you can only be around them a little bit, or sometimes being around people you feel like, ooh, just landed on me. I clapped in it, man. That they need to be locked up, and that's what's happening. Is a lot of people are getting locked up right now. The words are coming out. Dude, you know what? How come I'm surrounded by these freaking people that deal with saws and stuff like that, and they're always sawing? Fucking hit that with a little piece of oil, whatever you're sawing. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Can they not hear? They must not be able to hear. I have really good hearing and stuff like that too. I'm one of those full spectrum people. Everybody's tuning into their abilities and their superpowers. It's wonderful. Freaking dude, man. Peace dealer, man. Mike. Michael, whatever you preference. Sorry. I wish I was there. I'd build that. I'd fix your computer in a heartbeat, dude. I'd fix it a heartbeat. I'd get that. I just get I know, but this is also a beautiful thing because I don't know if you people build computers. They're really easy. It's like building the engine of a car. Well, an old car, not a new car. New cars are shit. Let's go back to old cars. Let's go back to like some of the old ways. Cause, I mean, what are people gonna do if the freaking grid grows out? You know? Oh, I've been really trying to promote myself lately with my abilities and the things that I have to offer to a community because I'm trying to find a community, preferably in Northern California right now, a place where I can go with me and mom and the dogs, Stan Lee, and just do what I do here and then contribute to society. As the age ranger, that means I work on gas generators, diesel, whatever you know, I fix stuff. You know, that's what I do. I fix stuff. So we're coming into an era. You know, God bless the freaking people keeping the fires away, safe from, keep trying to work to let keeping people safe from the fires. Because hey, the fires are cleansing. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. You can't get mad at the fires. You know, they're just burning what's there. If freaking people wouldn't have trashed the place, then freaking there wouldn't have been all the crap to burn. But I'm seeing a lot of beautiful things. I just, you know, and I see a lot of people picking up trash and, you know, and all this stuff. Part of me likes whoopee, and the other part is like, you should have been doing this shit the whole time. You know, that's why these city planners pay these, you know, themselves exorbitant amounts. But I got ideas. Well, I got the ideas. Like, my water, 3 times I've done videos with the solution for that. You know, they could have they let it go. Now it's drying out and it's, you know, potentially a fire hazard. Sure, but that's all right because the firemen are like a block away and they got their own lane, so they'll be here in just a second. Hopefully, unless they're at Winco and it might take them longer. So, you know, I said they should have just let me maintain that, and I would have done that for the water. You know, but they it's the liability. But we need to drop all this liability because all these laws and rules and regulations that we're going to find out, that we have been finding out this year, they've all been made to protect the criminal. And now they're coming up with more. Now they're coming up with these ideas that the public are really questioning all the other stuff that they've been doing because it's unreasonable. And people with crazy people come up with reasonable ideas. So people are going to be, you're going to be more, see more and more people being asked to step down, just retired. At what point is the freaking old Nancy Pelosi? I mean, how old is she? When is that not elder abuse? Does she even drive herself around? Can she drive? Does she have a license? Does she go to the DMV and have to go through what everyone else goes, that she and people like her make people go through to dance hoops? No, she doesn't follow the rules. People that make up rules, that don't follow the rules, they're all going to be asked to leave right now, is how the astrology is lining up. It's a huge turnover. Huge turnover. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Your ideology is stuck in the past, because a lot of times people, when they get older, they get stuck in a loop because they're just used to doing what they want when they want. And when you that high up, you do what you want when you want. And you cut in line. And that's bad karma. So people are all getting the payback from cutting in line. Because people like me, we always been in the back, just waiting to, for our own turn. And then you always have these motherfuckers that come late to the show, that cut to the front, that puts me back farther. So, the line's about to flip, and I don't really feel bad about the whole thing. So, I'm gonna head inside. It's time to brush teeth, do evening stretches with Ma. I see. Oh, and a breeze just kicked up. Bring it. Bring it. Let's see what the sun popping through there. It's really rad, and the crows are gonna start coming in. I hope wherever people are that they get to do this. Some of this. Just go out and be in the earth. I'm not in bare feet today. No, I don't need to feel the earth's energy directly. I'm good with the buffer. So, time to go brush teeth, bring the cat back out, get a little zen, and then, I don't know. It's been hard to find stuff to watch, to zone out. I'm trying to cut myself off of the tubes at a certain time and try and watch stuff. So maybe I'll go back retro. I did watch the Bill and Ted movie. There's good parts and bad parts, or good, it's just like anything else. I love the heart space though, because I mean, it's a lot of these astrological placements and stuff right now. Of what this is all day, every day. Oh, well, look at that. It don't even matter, because look at the clouds. You see those clouds? What do we got? Oh, that's just police. Those are, oh, I'm going to get my big old meathead out of the way, what I call angelic clouds. So when I get twisted up and I get in my monkey mind's headspace sometimes, and I come out, and that's how I'm reminded that it don't matter what happens tomorrow necessarily, that I got today, and today's a good day. So I hope you have a right evening. God willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll be on early in the morning. Mom's been getting up early too, so I might be on early, like 7, 8 early, because I got nowhere to be or nothing to do tomorrow. Hope you have a right evening. Peace.